Right now, we're hearing from children all across Canada who are sharing thoughts about COVID-19, physical distancing, and the world right now. Kids are also asking a lot of questions about when life will get back to the way it was. And the people who can answer those questions are the politicians and the people in charge across the country. So let's get some answers now.
Hi, my name is Noah. I am 11 years old and live in Ajax, Ontario. I want to know when I can visit my great-grandmother in her nursing home. She is 106 years old, and we haven't been able to see her for the last 2 months. Will we be able to see her before a vaccine comes out? Part 2 of my question is, when can I get a haircut?
Hey Noah, thanks for your questions. It sounds like you have a pretty special great-grandmother, and I know as much as you want to see her, I'm sure she wants to see you just as badly. But we're all going to have to hang in there a little while longer. But we're working really, really hard to take measures to keep us all safe and look at how people can start coming back together again. And as for the haircut, well, a lot of people have the same question for me. When am I going to get a haircut? The reality is we're going to start reopening stores and businesses over the next little while. But again, we have to be really, really careful and gradual about how we do it. But I hope to be able to see you in person sometime, Noah. And when I do see you, I'm sure we'll be comparing our fabulous new haircuts. Take care.
My question about COVID is, when will the NHL resume so my favorite player, Sean Couturier, can light the lamp?
Hi, Joseph. Thank you so much for your question. I know how much you're looking forward to the hockey season and being able to go out again to watch your favorite team with all the fans. But at this time, it is really important for all of us to be in this together, to stay at home, to keep each other safe. It is important not only for your health, but for the health of all the fans and the players themselves. But I seriously look forward in the future to a day when your favorite team and your favorite player, Sean Couturier, can play my favorite team, the Toronto Maple Leafs.
My name is Zoey. I'm in grade 2. And will I be able to go to camp this summer? It was something I was really looking forward to.
Hi, Zoe. You know something? That was a great question. Even my nephew, Dougie, called me up and said, Uncle Doug, when can I go to camp? And you know, Zoe, that was my favorite time of the season in summer. I used to look so forward to going to camp, and that was my highlight of the whole summer. So, Zoe, I'm going to do everything we can, but my number one priority, Zoe, I have to keep you safe. I have to keep your parents safe and your family, and hopefully, let's cross our fingers that everyone gets to go to camp. But I'll have a better idea probably in another few weeks.
My favorite place is Jamaica. When can I go back to Jamaica?
Hello, Django and Penelope. My name is Valérie Plante, and I'm the mayor of Montreal. Well, unfortunately, I cannot answer that because right now, what we're trying to do is to keep everybody safe. Your friends, your family, your neighbors. And so for now, we still have to stay in our own country, and eventually we'll be hopefully able to travel again.
I live in British Columbia. I'm wondering, when will I get to go back to school?
That's a very good question, Amara, and I hear that from young people and teachers right across British Columbia. Everyone wants to get back into the class as quickly as they can so they can continue learning, but most importantly, they can connect with their friends. But before we do that, we need to make sure that everyone's safe. We have a plan to bring kids back to school. We'll be announcing it soon.
I missed my friends. When will we play sports again? I love Canada. Be safe.
Hi, Mackenzie. Thanks for your question. You know, I want to get back into the sports arena as well. I want to see our kids being out and playing the sports that they love and enjoy. And it's not only great exercise, but it's good to get out of the house and do something else. You know, you have to think about the sport you love, and you have to think how you can play it in a different way than maybe you played it last year. Think about it doing it safely, and let's get back on the field. Let's get back in the courts. But we got to do it in a new way. Think about being innovative, and let's get back and being active. But you know what? I read your questions. You talk about loving Canada. I love Canada too, and I love New Brunswick. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Maggie. I'm 10 years old and I live in Toronto. My question is, how come we did not act sooner and start quarantining sooner when we knew coronavirus was a bad thing?
Thanks, Maggie. This is a really important question about what actions we can take against a new infectious disease with no vaccines or treatments. As we learned how rapidly the disease was spreading around the world, we adapted our advice and requirements for more and more travelers to quarantine, watch for symptoms, and get the help they need. Keeping people indoors is a big thing to ask and can create problems, like kids not learning in the classroom and parents not able to work. So it is really important to take careful decisions at the right time, in the right place, and guided by available science. To tackle a difficult and complex problem, we have to be able to adapt to change together as we learn more.
Hi, my name is Parker, and I have a question. When will non-essential businesses open up again?
Well, hi there. My name is Dennis King, and I'm the Premier of Prince Edward Island, way on the east coast of Canada. Every province in Canada has been dealing with the COVID-19 crisis a little bit differently. Therefore, you will see different rules and different opening times across the country. As an example, in Prince Edward Island, we will be open a little bit sooner than perhaps they will in a place like Ontario. That is because we are much smaller here in Prince Edward Island, and we've had fewer COVID-19 cases. Thank you very much, Parker, for a great question.
My name is Maddie. I am 8 years old and I live in Regina, Saskatchewan. My question is, what are you doing to keep my mom and dad safe? Because they are both essential services.
I'm Scott Moe, the Premier of Saskatchewan. Essential service workers, just like your parents, have been very careful in taking steps to ensure that they stay safe. We've been making sure our doctors and nurses have enough masks, gloves, face shields, and gowns so they can stay safe while caring for those in our community who may have become sick. Many other essential workers are following guidelines that we put in place for their workplace. We are so proud of our essential workers, and I know they are being as safe as possible as we begin to allow more businesses and more activities to restart in Saskatchewan.
Hi, my name's Grayson. I want to know, is the coronavirus ever going to come back ever again?
Hi, I'm Patty Haidu, Canada's Health Minister. You know what, Grayson? Your question is one that many Canadians are asking, no matter if they're kids or adults. Here's what we know. Coronavirus is here to stay in Canada for some time, and here's why. We don't really have an effective medication yet, and we certainly don't have a vaccine. But I can tell you that Canada's scientists and doctors and researchers are working really hard to find answers to help us live with coronavirus and eventually eliminate it. And I can also tell you that everything that you're doing to stay safe right now and stay healthy, including washing your hands, is protecting the people in your life that you love so much.
I want to keep my Poppy and Nana and Grampy safe, and my mom and dad, because my mom is so cool.
I want to thank you for talking about your nanny, papa, mom, and dad. It's important that we as a collective all look out for each other, and I know you're looking out for them as we are trying to look out for all Nova Scotians by following public health advice, by washing our hands, keeping self-distancing. And if we do all of that, we will find our way back to a chance where we can start having our friends over, and mom and dad can have their friends over, and nanny, papa can come and visit. We're not that far away if we just keep listening to public health advice.
We want to say thank you to the ministers, premiers, mayors, chief medical officers who all took the time to answer some pretty big questions. We know you're really busy right now, so we appreciate you and we thank you for the work that you're doing.